The story begins in 1991 in the Salmiya district of Kuwait. One morning, a fisherman discovered the body of a young girl floating face down in the water at Salmiya beach. Although the beach was public and open, making it hard for anyone to drown unnoticed, no one saw the girl enter the water. The fisherman managed to pull her out and immediately reported it to the police. When the authorities arrived, they found the young woman's body swollen and blue, showing signs that she had drowned days earlier. Her body had clear signs of beating and torture, and her clothes were cut vertically in a strange way. The police immediately suspected murder rather than an accident. The officers searched the body for identification and found only a small ID card from a nearby restaurant. The body was taken to the forensic laboratory, and the police went to the restaurant to determine the identity of the victim. The restaurant owner was terrified when the police confronted him with the ID card, but he stayed calm enough to tell them that one of his employees, an Indian woman named Samira Abai, had been missing for 4 days. Samira was 26 years old and had been living in Kuwait for 9 years, working in the restaurant. She had no enemies, and her financial situation was not the best, but she was kind and harmless. Her co-workers had filed a missing person report 2 days earlier because she had not returned to the dormitory or work. The forensic report revealed shocking details. Samira had not drowned naturally. She had been sexually assaulted, beaten, and murdered before being dumped in the water to hide evidence. Even more horrifying, under her fingernails, forensic experts found human skin that belonged to a man in his 30s, although his identity was unknown. The police then investigated Samira's co-workers and learned that she usually took a taxi to work every day. On her last day, she decided to walk a little before taking a taxi. The authorities reviewed available surveillance cameras around the restaurant and Salmiya beach. The cameras showed her getting into a taxi, but they did not capture the driver's face or the license plate. They noticed that the taxi's interior leather color differed from other taxis in the area, suggesting that the killer had come from outside the neighborhood. During this investigation, the police discovered a missing person report from 2 months earlier in a nearby area called Shab. A young woman named Maria, 24, had been disappeared under similar circumstances. She had last been seen leaving her workplace and entering a taxi. Her body was later found in an abandoned factory. Like Samira, she had been sexually assaulted and killed. Under her fingernails, forensic evidence matched the same unknown man identified in Samira's case. This confirmed the presence of a serial killer. The authorities realized that the murderer targeted young women, often immigrants or women without strong family support, and meticulously planned crimes. He would stalk the women, ensure the area was free of cameras, take them in a taxi, and murder them in an abandoned location.
The next victim, Hafsa, a 24-year-old Syrian woman engaged to be married, was found on a road. She had been strangled with a plastic bag, and her body showed signs of torture and beatings. Hafsa was different from the previous victims because she had resisted and managed to tear a piece of the killer's shirt, which the police recovered. Her fiancé, Salman, who had recently arrived from Syria with her family, was initially suspected but quickly cleared. He had no motive and was deeply grieving. Over the following week, 3 more young women disappeared and were later found murdered. On December 31st, the police received a report about an abandoned warehouse emitting a foul smell. Inside, they found 3 women dead, their bodies mutilated and beaten. Multiple ID cards were discovered, all with different names but showing the same photograph. The authorities traced the identity to Abdallah al-Rashid, a man missing for 3 years. Abdallah was originally from Syria and had lived in Kuwait for over 20 years, known for his kindness. He had brought his younger brother, Barakat, to work with him. Barakat, however, was reckless, involved with multiple women, and clashed with Abdallah over personal issues. After a major argument, Abdallah disappeared, but Barakat remained in Kuwait. Barakat admitted that he had killed his brother Abdallah in a fit of revenge over personal grievances. Afterward, he began a series of calculated murders. He created multiple fake identities, targeted vulnerable women, stalked them, and killed them after sexual assault. He modified taxi license plates and used different cars to avoid surveillance. He stored ropes, bags, and other murder tools in abandoned warehouses, and meticulously executed his crimes over months. The police eventually recovered Barakat's taxi containing evidence of the murders, including Hafsa's hair, the torn shirt she had clutched, ropes, and plastic bags. Confronted with all evidence, Barakat confessed to everything, detailing how he stalked each victim, lured them into the taxi, took them to abandoned locations, assaulted, tortured, and then killed them. He was sentenced to death for his crimes. Despite his arrest, one question lingered in the minds of investigators. If Barakat planned everything with such precision, how did one small mistake slip through, allowing the police to finally catch him?